Hey everybody, this is Kenya, 40 Entrepreneur Drive. Excuse me, but it is 7 a.m., 7:24 a.m., which means it's my bedtime. But before I signed off and went off to the land of Nod, I wanted to make a video about self-esteem and confidence and all that good stuff. I noticed a pattern of uploads lately. Maybe it's always people have always uploaded them, but I'm noticing it. A lot of bullying videos that I've come across with some of my new friends that I've joined, and some really compelling and poignant stories being told about the current state of bullying, with kids and also in adults. Then also, as I've been editing more and more videos and kind of watching myself, just when the more you watch yourself, like with editing, you just realize a lot of habits and quirks and different things about yourself that you might not have normally noticed because you're watching yourself, and sometimes depending on how much you're editing, you're watching yourself doing the same thing over and over again or saying the same thing over and over again. And I'm noticing a pattern in myself that even at the age of 40, I still apologize quite a bit for myself. And I also uh, kind of tease myself a little bit and just say things kind of endearingly. But although I'm saying it jokingly, I realize it doesn't really come from a place of confidence. Like the attention that I draw to myself for certain things. Like earlier, I deleted the video, but I was talking about the cat hair on my shirt. I have cats. If y'all don't know that by now, I have cats. There's going to be cat hair. And small things like that. I'm always apologizing for myself and my behavior and my attire and comparing myself. And this is decades after I've left high school. So things that we grow up around and are exposed to and are teased for as young people can definitely stick with us as adults. And so, um, yeah, being different is a lot more acceptable. Being different is a lot more acceptable in some ways today than it was back in the day. There's a lot more inclusiveness, and it's a lot more outspoken about bullying and getting rid of it. But at the same time, for as much as it's being exposed, there's still a lot of people suffering unnecessarily. And even my daughter, who doesn't really have anything like outwardly different or extreme, or I don't know what you would call it, like noticeably different about her. She's picked on a little bit at school just because of her quiet nature and probably because of her looks. I think she's a cute kid. She's got very good complexion. She has biracial hair, and I know in our community that can be an issue. And I know that she tells me a lot that she's teased about it. And I've talked to the administration and the counselors, and tried to talk about this with them, and not a lot is getting done. So as a parent, I just always have to make sure that despite of whatever issues that she's going through that I might not be able to eliminate, that I'm always trying to build her up so that she can, might not be able to avoid the situations, but that she can know within herself that she's okay just the way she is. That, she doesn't need to change herself. She doesn't need to change the way she speaks. She doesn't need to change the way she dresses. She doesn't need to change her music preference. She doesn't need to change anything about herself. She just needs to be who she is and be happy and confident in that. And in a lot of those ways, she is different from her peers. So I just always make sure that I talk to her and let her know, this is only temporary. This school thing is temporary. When you become an adult, you're going to be around so many more diverse people that are just like you or not like you, but are not as prone to picking out differences for the sake of teasing. It's really a juvenile and unfortunate thing that junior high and high school kids just don't know how to treat each other well. It's like so weird that preschool and kindergarten, maybe even first grade, there's so much innocence and so much harmony within the kids. And then by the time they go through elementary school, I don't know, something happens and all that goes away. And then if we survive all that ridiculousness through high school, we get to college and a whole new world is open up to us. And not only are we seeing people from different school districts, but from different states and from different countries. And it's just a wonderful thing. But I say all that to say I didn't always have somebody growing up to tell them how I felt and how different and ostracized and just how wrong I felt I was from everybody else. Everybody else listened to a certain kind of music, just a certain way, behaved in a certain way, and I didn't do that. So, like my daughter, I was kind of teased in a lot of ways. I felt like I was just being myself, but at the same time, I always felt like the odd one out. And that feeling never really goes away. And I feel like it's probably hindered me in some ways of my personal growth, uh, and maybe even career growth, because if you don't really feel confident in yourself, sometimes it can be hard for you to pursue certain things because you constantly feel like you're being judged. So, yeah, I don't have any specific bullying stories like the ones that I've been hearing lately. Really, really, really sad and unnecessary stuff going on in the year 2019. It's like we've come so far in so many different ways, but in some ways we're still very primitive and closed-minded about how we treat people that are different. So that's my story for today, and my encouragement of parents. Know your child, know them well, and even if you can't take them out of certain situations, make sure you're always talking about it. Talking about it a lot helps a lot. Keeping things inside hurts a lot, but at least talking about it and just opening up a dialogue, with parents or other people that can be trusted, it helps to just recognize yourself and reclaiming your wholeness and knowing that you're okay just the way you are. I think if more kids would learn that younger growing up, they'd be a lot more resilient and be able to deal with some of the BS that is out there in the adult world and some of the BS that's in the schools, and hopefully grow from it and learn from it and be able to get through it. Not over it. You never really get over it, but get through it. All right. It is now 7:32. I'm pushing back the yards. Y'all know what time it is. The sun is coming up and it's time to lay down. Thank you for watching my my channel. I'll catch you guys next Saturday on the sleep stream. If you got any friends that are into that kind of thing, like to watch people sleep and sleeping with cats, let them know about my channel, because that's what I'll be doing Saturday morning. Going to sleep. I don't have to wake up to pick anybody from school. I don't have to go to work that night. It is me and my comforter and my cats, and it's great. It's a beautiful thing. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to, you know what I mean. All right, good night. Happy Sunday.